When will the crypto bear market end? Well, it's not going to happen until this happens. We need a reversal in interest rates. White is the Goldman Sachs non-profitable tech index, which includes crypto. Yellow is the US 10-year yield. You can see they're absolutely inversely correlated. Back in the coronavirus pandemic, the yield collapsed down to nothing, and out of that came one of the biggest booms in technology and growth assets ever seen. Now we're getting the exact opposite. The yield is spiking, and technology and growth assets are crashing. So the big question is, when do these rates go back down? And so obviously we're waiting for the Federal Reserve to stop manipulating the market and rates higher. They're doing it because they're trying to fight inflation. But what needs to happen is they need to see the economy cool. They need to see inflation cool. They need to see jobs slow down. But we have this out of Bloomberg. Bitcoin will be one of the best assets on earth when the Fed pauses rate hikes. I absolutely agree. It's obvious. So that's the question. When will rate hikes stop? And so they are looking at economic data to determine when the economy and inflation has slowed enough to justify stopping hiking rates. And so we just had this happen. Jobs boom is starting to cool, raising hopes for Goldilocks scenario. We had a jobs report out recently for May. It was solid. It was indicating that there is some slow growth in jobs. And so this is how JP Morgan analyzes that jobs report. JP Morgan chief U.S. economist said that the Fed won't be satisfied with the slowdown suggested by Friday's numbers. It's moderating, but it's not moderating to a level, I think, where it's consistent with the Fed's inflation goals. He said of the wage growth data, adding that policymakers would probably want wages to cool towards an annualized 3.5% pace, a rate that officials view as aligned with their goal of 2% inflation. So the Federal Reserve, it seems crazy, but they want wages to come down. They want the economy to cool before they allow the economy to pick back up. It's incredible how manipulated it is. So what you want to see, unfortunately, is bad news. In this scenario, bad news is good news, as crazy as it sounds. And so we had a good jobs report, but you have to expect worse ones in the future, which we're going to get. But it's going to take a few more months for this all to play out. Who knows? If the Democrats' party in power wants to be reelected, maybe they'll do something to pressure the Federal Reserve. We shall see. But in the meantime, the bullish fundamentals for the space are not stopping. There's epic news happening every single day. First of all, Chainlink price feeds are going live on Solana. It's the first non-Ethereum compatible chain the Oracle network will support. So not only is Chainlink expanding its domination as an Oracle, but it's good news for Solana to finally get support from Chainlink. Let's keep moving, guys. So much exciting news all the time, every day. Snoop Dogg has announced plans to open a Bored Ape NFT-themed restaurant. Okay, so this speaks to the growing ape token ecosystem, right? The Bored Ape Yacht Club, which is governed by the ape token. Snoop Dogg is jumping on board. I think there already is a restaurant in Long Beach, California related to the Bored Ape Yacht Club metaverse. Well, now Snoop Dogg is doing it. So just adding to the network effects. Let's talk about Polkadot. Let's talk about Klaytn. Klaytn Official, a public blockchain focused on the metaverse, GameFi, and the creator economy, has announced a major collaboration with Parity Tech. The two organizations will build a substrate chain, Klaytn Substrate, bridge to Polkadot. So Substrate is the language of Polkadot. Klaytn is one of the biggest cryptocurrencies in Korea. If you look up what the Klaytn company is and what's supporting the Klaytn asset, it's a massive tech company in Korea. Good news for Polkadot, but here is a hidden gem I love discovering. I bet a lot of you guys have never heard of the CrustNetwork. I love data storage like Arweave and Filecoin. Well, Crust is a competitor which is attached to Polkadot. So here you have the official Polkadot Twitter saying, don't miss the Polkadot Hackathon workshop from CrustNetwork to learn how to use Crust to decentralize your application, including websites, NFT metadata, and general file storage. And so this is the CrustNetwork being promoted on Polkadot. Look up the Crust token. It is absolutely fallen from an all-time high of like $100 per token, and they are making moves. So it's just an exciting one to watch. You have to diversify. You never know what's going to happen, but here's your breaking news for the day.